Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to Moneycontrol Midday Mood Check. I'm Karunya Rao. With me is Yatin Mota, and markets as we speak are trading around the day's low point. Sensex has shed more than 300 points. Nifty a near 100-point cut there as well.
Correct.
Once again today, IT and banking stocks are the culprits.
Clearly, and Karunya, banking and IT both have very large weights on the indices. So despite the fact that the market breadth is almost 1:1 in terms of advanced decline, the dip that we are seeing is because of the primary weakness in banking heavyweights, especially the private sector banks and IT large caps. Infosys yesterday had a very weak session. Today also we are looking at selling flows in the entire IT pack. And ahead of the results, TCS will report results on Monday. And thereafter we'll have Infosys, Wipro. We have been talking about it in the last two sessions of ours, but clearly ahead of results, I think a lot of short build-up is seen in IT, and banking is again witnessing some selling pressure. In fact, be it Axis Bank, ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank, all of these stocks are at crucial support zones, and probably if they break these support zones, technical analysts do believe or fear that there could be much more downside to the Nifty bank, because key support levels, if they are taken off, then there could be a free fall in the markets.
Absolutely. But if we talk about banking stock, one name that's holding out and completely going against the trend is IDBI Bank. And do you want to tell our viewers what the development is there?
So, two banks are doing well, Bandhan Bank and IDBI Bank. Bandhan Bank probably will report their quarterly update, and ahead of that, the stock is showing some strength. But IDBI Bank, one important development, in fact, two important developments. One is that the government shareholding is now identified as public shareholding, and SEBI has approved that proposal. Obviously, what happens is that the company is undergoing a strategic divestment. Tomorrow is the last day to file the EOIs. Also, that is an important trigger, because tomorrow probably we'll have a bidders list who all have shown their interest in purchasing the stake from the government and LIC. And what really happens is that since there is a strategic investor coming in, LIC was a co-promoter, there was no requirement for the government to be a promoter, especially when the fact that both of these entities hold over 90% of IDBI stake. And once the government becomes a public shareholder, the minimum public shareholding norms or the strategic divestment gets a push. So probably the market is seeing this as a positive, and the stock is holding out nearly 5% in trade.
Yeah, absolutely. And despite all of the other banking peers languishing in trade, if we look at gainers right now, FMCG is a clear winner in the market right now, which is holding out smartly, and more than 0.5% upside seen there. Britannia top gainer on the index today. You also have the likes of ITC, which are once again looking quite resilient. Life insurance stocks still among the top gainers. Clearly. And what a comeback they have seen all of this week. HDFC Life, SBI Life, both of them. Reliance, there was a note from one of the global
Jefferies. Jefferies has a target of 3,100 on Reliance. Obviously, the thesis of this report is that strong growth could be seen in the retail business as well as Jio, which is the telecom arm of Reliance Industries. And also one dark horse or one segment which probably the market is ignoring in terms of valuation is the green hydrogen or the green energy business that Reliance has. So Reliance has a couple of levers, and probably that is the reason why Jefferies is looking at a target of 3,100, which means 24-25% upside from the current market price.
Yeah, and we're seeing that optimism reflect on the price as well. M&M is doing good today. They have an EV launch lined up, the first ever EV SUV today. So perhaps that's one of the triggers that's aiding momentum, because M&M has been talking about and has been very aggressive on their electric vehicle strategy. So that's something to watch out for as well. On the downside, we've highlighted how banking stocks continue to tank. Bajaj Finserv once again top loser on the index, followed by JSW Steel, Coal India, Tech Mahindra. Of course, we've talked about how the IT pack is also looking fairly weak. Talking about Q3 updates, Shobha also came out with its numbers, and it's seeing good gains as well today. Again, one of the names that's bucking the trend.
Correct. And we also had Lodha, which gave out their monthly update or the quarterly update, and the collections have been strong, booking data has been strong. In fact, Karunya, Bangalore as a market has done well in terms of real estate, and most of these Bangalore real estate companies have done well in terms of sales and the kind of pipeline that they have for new projects. But it's Friday, and liquor stocks are also holding up. Probably to do with the fact that the winters are harsh in the north. Probably I heard some people talking about daily temperatures below 5 degrees.
It's all over social.
Yeah, and Jaipur or parts of Rajasthan are at 1-2 degrees in terms of temperature. So probably that's helping liquor stocks, and obviously there is always a Friday phenomenon. Radico Khaitan is up 5%, and United Spirits last time I checked was up 2%.
All right, and on that high-spirited note, we're going to wrap up our conversation. Thank you guys for tuning in.